we're going to be talking about WrestleMania. Because this coming Saturday and this coming Sunday will be WrestleMania 41, Night 1 and Night 2 in Las Vegas at the Allegiant Stadium. Now, we're going to be going through each and every single matchup that has been announced so far, discounting the ones on SmackDown because I really want to focus on the main ones that are on Night 1 and 2. And let's start off with Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship. WWE Women's Championship. Now, when it comes to Charlotte Flair and Tiffany, it's kind of an interesting moment because you have Charlotte Flair, who came back from injury, won the Royal Rumble versus a babyface Tiffany Stratton, which hasn't really been going over that well with the fans. And I'm looking at this like Charlotte and Tiffany just don't really like each other. I've seen the promos that they did against each other over the past couple weeks. It just seems like there's something that they don't like about each other. So I'm going to say when it comes to like the matchup is going to be very good because everybody was talking about this matchup for the whole part of basically last year when everybody was predicting Charlotte to come back. Everybody was predicting it was going to be Charlotte versus Tiffany next year at WrestleMania. And here we are at WrestleMania 41. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. Give me the win to Charlotte Flair. Now, match number 2. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. And this is going to be an interesting one because a lot of the past couple of weeks has been leading to what could possibly be a Jacob Fatu squash match. But I'm still on the boat that Randy Orton's not going to face Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania, which is a match hasn't been announced yet. And I think it's going to be Randy Orton versus Nick Aldis, which leaves Solo Sikoa free for Jacob Fatu. And I think it will be ending up Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa over the next couple of weeks because I feel like Solo Sikoa is going to interfere in Jacob Fatu's match, cost Jacob Fatu the United States Championship, and LA Knight will come out walking as the United States Champion. Match number 3, Jade Cargill versus Naomi, one of the best built feuds in the whole of the WrestleMania cards. This one just kicked off at Elimination Chamber when Jade Cargill returned before the Elimination Chamber match began, beat up Naomi, took her out of the match, and then Naomi started unveiling this new heelish persona. And this is like a 101 when it comes to like heelish personas because I believe that Naomi's only heel I can see like this on the main roster when it comes to right now. And Naomi has been absolutely killing it as a heel. Jade Cargill's been, killing it as the star that WWE want her to be. And when it comes to this match, I expect this match to be physically and brutally, a battle. And I'm going to say that Jade Cargill is going to come out the winner versus Naomi out of Night 1 at WrestleMania. War Raiders versus New Day. This match just got announced, last week on Monday Night Raw? And there's basically no build to this story. There really isn't. It just got thrown on WrestleMania. Meanwhile, the tag team division on SmackDown, I'm still hoping we'll have a match at WrestleMania, possibly on Night 2. But I believe that Night 1 really needs like the SmackDown, the tag team match from SmackDown because that match is going to absolutely kill it. When it comes to War Raiders and New Day, I'm seeing something big happening because they wouldn't have thrown this on the card with little build up unless something spectacular is going to happen. So I feel like the New Day is going to get cost the victory by someone, and by someone I mean Big E Langston, who's been ever since they turned heel against him and cut what I'll be like one of the best heel turns that we've seen in the past couple of years in terms of a tag team heel turn. Them kicking out Big E, talking so much bad stuff about Big E. I feel like it's all going to come royally. It's basically karma. It's going to come all back around the New Day, and it's going to end up costing the New Day the WWE Tag Team Championship, the WWE World Tag Team Championships, or the WWE Tag Team Championships. It's one of them, but New Day's going to win. New Day's going to lose. War Raiders are going to win. El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. I'm not even gonna lie. The El Grande Americano storylines have been really funny to watch. It's been really good to watch. Like Chad Gable, of course, a lot of people out there are saying that El Grande Americano is basically just Chad Gable dressed up as a luchador. I agree with that as well. And I just feel like when it comes to this match, it's going to be a Rey Mysterio win. Rey Mysterio is one of the legends in WWE. And having somebody it's not even Chad Gable. If it was Chad Gable, it would be a different story. It's El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is going to pick up the win. And I believe that Rey Mysterio is going to be the one that unveil El Grande Americano as Chad Gable at WrestleMania. Two matches left for night one. Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. And this is a specific and very quick prediction. Jey Uso is going to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. They would not have him win such a stacked Royal Rumble if they were not going to put the title on him and giving him his moment. If we look at this, Jey Uso has been over for the past year or so. And they've constantly had times where Jey Uso has gone after the title and come up short. They recently did it before the Royal Rumble against Gunther, the same guy he's facing at WrestleMania. So if you're going to have him lose twice to Gunther after winning the biggest Royal Rumble in the past 10 years, that makes no sense. So quick and easy victory for for Jey Uso. Next up, we have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns in the triple threat match for the main event at Night 1 at WrestleMania. Now, this is going to be a very weird one because we got CM Punk with the favor. Paul Heyman's going to be in CM Punk's corner. Paul Heyman's really Roman Reigns' wise man. And then we have Seth Rollins kind of putting seeds of doubt into Paul Heyman's mind. And I feel like that's going to be the one thing that costs CM Punk and Roman Reigns the match. It's going to be Seth Rollins putting doubts, and he's not going to be able to make a decision on whether he should support CM Punk or Roman Reigns. And it's going to end up being a decision that Paul makes that ends up costing both of them the matchup, and then Seth Rollins will end up winning the matchup and winning the main event at Night 1 of WrestleMania, and then this will probably set up CM Punk versus Roman Reigns down the line, probably for SummerSlam, or who knows, even a Money in the Bank. But that completes night number 1. Night 2, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. This matchup is going to be fucking great. I want to say this right now. This matchup is going to be great. The storyline hasn't been good setting up to this, but this matchup is going to be great. AJ Styles is one of the most gifted wrestlers, and I hate Logan Paul, but I gotta say, he's a very talented wrestler as well. So even though the storyline won't have as much build as it should, AJ Styles will win this matchup against Logan Paul. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Liv and Raquel. And this is gonna hurt me the most because I so want to say Bayley and Lyra win, but they're just not really a tag team. They just got thrown as a tag team literally within the space of the last 2 weeks. And I can kind of feel like there's a Bayley heel turn coming, even though I don't really want it because Bayley's only been a babyface for a year. And even though she hasn't done that much, I mean, you can still have a babyface versus babyface for a title. It doesn't really have to turn into a heel turn. And if you really want to, you can have Bayley be like an in-betweener, which is neither a babyface nor a heel. And I feel like that'd be perfect because Bayley is able to get the crowd reaction. Obviously, if you guys have seen what happened when WWE was in the European tour, and Bayley can also play a heel from her days when she was first with Damage Control, for about a year or so. So I'm gonna have Liv and Raquel beating Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, and I feel like this is gonna set up a Bayley heel turn. I really don't want Bayley to turn heel. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I want there to be a Damage Control reunion with everyone as a face because we've seen Damage Control as all heels. Now Kairi Sane is gonna be a face when she comes back. Io Sky's a face right now. Asuka's gonna be a face when she comes back. Dakota Kai is a face right now. Bayley is a face. Reuniting Damage Control is something I really would want to see, and considering all of them are possibly going to come back after WrestleMania, is going to be very interesting to see. But Liv and Raquel are going to win this match. Match number 3: Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. This is a storyline that I think should not have happened in the first place. I feel like Drew McIntyre should have gotten at least a better matchup when it comes to this, considering how good he's been as a heel over the past year. But we're here at this point. And I'm going to say this right now. Drew McIntyre's lost so many matches in the past couple of months, from the CM Punk feud to after that to a Royal Rumble loss to losing basically almost every single big matchup that he's been in. I feel like Drew McIntyre is going to be the one to win this matchup against Damian Priest and continue on with this winning streak. I don't really see this matchup going past WrestleMania, so this would be Drew McIntyre's big moment after last year where he won the World Heavyweight Championship just for Damian Priest, the same guy he's facing, to take the title away from him because of CM Punk. 3 matches left on night 2. We have Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio versus Braun Breaker. This is going to be an interesting one because there's always the rumor of the new Judgment Day member that Dominic Mysterio and the WWE have been teasing, and I feel like it's going to be Aleister Black debuting as the newest member of the Judgment Day. And then here's the thing: Judgment Day is going to be moving over to SmackDown. Either that, or like Zelina Vega is going to be moving over to Raw because Aleister Black and Zelina Vega are married. They're not going to have couples or married couples on different shows. So I feel like Finn Balor will probably stay on Raw, and Judgment Day will move over to SmackDown, where the Judgment Day can, face off against the Wyatt Six once the Wyatt Six comes back. And if that's the case, Dominic Mysterio is going to win this matchup, and he's going to win by debuting the new Aleister Black, and as the new member of the Judgment Day, and pinning Finn Balor and winning his first singles title in WWE. 2 matches left. The triple threat match between Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and my second favorite women's superstar, Io Sky. Io Sky is the current champion right now, and I feel like Io Sky is going to walk out of WrestleMania as a champion. One big particular reason why, let's take a look at last year at WrestleMania 40. It was Bayley versus Io, my two favorite girls, facing off against each other, and Io Sky was the one that ended up putting Bayley over with one spectacular matches. This match is going to be absolutely spectacular with all three superstars in there. Rhea is one of the most popular female superstars right now. Bianca is a very good babyface right now and can be over with the crowd. Then Io Sky is just a lovable champion that's just absolutely amazing in the ring. If I had to say, Io Sky is probably my favorite in ring wrestler in terms of the whole of the women's roster in WWE. And I just don't see how there's a chance that Io Sky doesn't walk out of WrestleMania, considering that WWE had the potential to build a bigger feud with a babyface Rhea Ripley versus a heel Bianca Belair, which would sell sell absolutely a lot of tickets. And I'm just going to say this: Io Sky ends up winning the match. And that leads us one matchup for WrestleMania 41 Night 2, and that is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. A heelish John Cena, and they've been teasing that certain glass break Stone Cold is going to be at WrestleMania 41. We all know The Rock is going to be there. Rock hasn't been seen on TV ever since Elimination Chamber, so The Rock is going to be there in some capacity. So I'm going to feel like they're going to set up a big moment. If we look at what happened last year at WrestleMania 40 with The Undertaker, Seth Rollins, John Cena, The Rock all coming out in the WrestleMania 40 Night 2 main event, yeah, they're gonna definitely do something the same. So I'm expecting Stone Cold to hit the glass shatter, to hit Stone Cold to come down to the ring, neutralize The Rock, but ultimately it'll be John Cena winning the WWE Championship through a heelish tactic, probably by using a low blow, or probably using brass knuckles, or maybe they introduce something else when it comes to that storyline. But John Cena is the biggest heel right now in the WWE, and he's gonna make history by having by winning a 17 championship in the way that we never thought it would, by him being a heel and doing heelish tactics. So when it comes to, those are my predictions for WrestleMania. If we go back to WrestleMania Night 1, I have Charlotte Flair winning, I have LA Knight winning, Jay Cargill, War Raiders, Rey Mysterio, Jey Uso, and Seth Rollins. Night 2, I have AJ Styles, Liv and Raquel, Drew McIntyre, Dominic Mysterio, Io Sky, and John Cena. There's another matchup that's possibly going to be unveiled because obviously Randy Orton's going to have a WrestleMania match. But as it currently stands right now, he is not on the WrestleMania card. When that match is announced, probably on Friday Night SmackDown, I'll probably get a last minute video in on Instagram and say oh hey, I'll think Randy Orton or Nick Aldis, who's a potential rumor to be his opponent, will win. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.